So exciting.
Should we expect something?
Yes, you should expect something. This comes from the book. I'm almost done with it. Mitch has already finished it. And it's very much like Joe Dispenza meets yoga and alkalinity and like soul recognition and karmic contracts and things like that. She's so everything I'm all about. Meditation, breathing. She really brings a lot of awareness of what each yoga pose is supposed to be doing to your body energetically, like your hormones are being affected by this when you do this pose this way. And so she's just super thorough. And her dad was Dr. Wilde's teacher. And Dr. Wilde turned me on to her. He says, you really should watch Sue Morter. I'm like, okay. And I didn't do it. And then some other friends who were Joe Dispenza friends, they said, you should get into Sue Morter. She's a lot like you. I was like, okay. And she's a lot like me. So I love her. Her work just, she can describe it so much better. She's a very well gifted writer as well. And I've been listening to the audio book, and I'm going to listen to it probably 10 times. I need a Kleenex.
Just want to keep one close because I had a bloody nose last night.
All right. Sorry. It's a bad shot there. Okay.
Just in case.
Just in cases.
Well, I did recently, put the oils on.
Okay, yeah.
That'll help.
Okay. Do you need help getting comfortable again?
No.
All right. Yeah. It's always nice to have a Kleenex handy for all kinds of things.
I like to have one in my hand today.
So this is the meditation part of this book. The book is The Energy Codes, a 7-step system to awaken your spirit, heal your body, and live your best life by Dr. Sue Morter. And the people who write the reviews on the back of the book are Bruce Lipton, Jack Canfield. He wrote Chicken Soup for the Soul. Bruce Lipton is the guy that brought light to epigenetics, and her dad and him were really good friends. Neil Donald Walsh wrote Conversations with God. A guy really, truly at the foundation of my awakening was his book, Conversations with God. Dr. Joe Dispenza, Michael Bernard Beckwith. He's a kind of like a reverend at Agape, which is a big internet church. It's huge. And they got a big real live church too. And Marcy Shimoff, I don't know her, but she wrote Happy for No Reason and Chicken Soup for the Women's Soul. Oh yeah, Marcy is Jack Canfield's secretary or something, I think. Everybody loves her. Okay. So this comes from the meditation part of the book. And I mixed it all up. And we're going to just put it together the way I think it should actually go together than the way she wrote it. So, at least for a Yoga Nidra class. So, from here on out will be her words, a little bit of my ad lib on top. And, and this is in the Spirit Code part of the book, where we realize that we are spirit. Savasana, the pose that you guys are in right now, it's a pose. This is the pose practiced at the end of most yoga classes, usually everyone's favorite. It translates as corpse pose. but simply means a posture of total stillness and surrender. It has tremendous benefits to the central nervous system and is associated with the crown chakra. Here's how to traditionally practice Shavasana. Lie on your back or on a mat on the floor with your feet hip-width apart and your arms by your sides. Let your feet flop open and your hands relax with palms facing the ceiling. Let your neck settle into its natural curve with the back of your skull resting on the floor or your pillow. Consciously relax your entire body, starting with your feet. Let a wave of total softness and surrender move up your legs, into your hips. The total softness, surrender of your core. And waving to your heart. Feel the relaxation spreading down your arms to your wrists and your hands. Then relax your upper chest. Relax your throat and neck. Relax your face and the skin of your scalp. Feel the energy moving more freely through your entire body. Coming to your breath, let your breath relax into its normal rhythm, not too deep and not too shallow. Turn your attention inward, looking inside. If any place in your body is not fully relaxed, let your mind discover it, and then consciously soften it. Soften, soften, soften. Releasing tension anywhere you're holding it. Then, completely let go into the realm beyond all active thinking. Just noticing the blackness around you, with your eyes closed. How far deep does the blackness go? And how far around you does the blackness go? It is everywhere and is surrounding you. It is huge. Yet it is throbbing of some sort of energy pulsing from this blackness all around you. And you feel the pulse of that blackness that's all around you, and feel your pulse synchronize with it. Feel yourself in vibration with the pulse of this blackness that surrounds you. And it makes you feel as if you're going possibly deeper into the blackness and seeing that small self of yours stay below. Maybe you see and feel some movement away from that little you, or a possible issue that you're dealing with. You're letting go. And you're going deep inside. We're looking for your soul, is what we're doing. Just take a breath. Stay in the darkness. Notice its breadth, how big it is. See how your body feels. Is it your body or is it your spirit? What are you feeling? Okay, back to Dr. Seuss stuff. We're going to practice blending patterns to engage this soulful self. The fastest, most direct route to change in your body and in your life is on the energetic level. That's because energy moves faster than anything. Certainly faster than we can change our thinking patterns and beliefs. The immense power of thought can direct photons and cause reality to manifest in this three-dimensional world. In this exercise, we will work with thought and energy together to move closer to identifying as the embodying soulful self. And we define ourselves to ourselves as a tangible effect on what we create in our lives. Whenever we use the words I am, we're creating a powerful directive pattern in our energy arrangement, which our physical world will allow as its blueprint for manifestation. Therefore, it's extremely important to be conscious of the way we say, I am. Right now, I would love for you to become aware of how it feels physiologically inside the body when you make an I am statement. There's a certain energy that rushes through the body when we stake a claim of I am. Regardless of the quality we are intending to affirm, I am statements that align us with a protective personality feel different energetically from I am statements that anchor us more deeply into the soulful self. The soulful self is the absolute, unwavering presence of the divine in you, whereas the protective personality represents the relative world of perception, judgment, and limiting beliefs. And we all have both. So this exercise will help you start blending the protective personality and the soulful self, which ultimately will help you emerge as powerfully engaged and loving earthly version of who you really are, the absolute divine you. First, to trigger your protective personality perspective, think of something that you are not so good at but wish you were. For example, you might wish you made more money. or were physically fit and strong. Or perhaps think about how you would need to get a lot of things done today, but don't have the time and you think you need. Just pick something where you see yourself as less than comfortable, capable, and or prepared. The pressure you feel in the body because of these thoughts is the presence of the protective personality. Ponder that idea for a few moments and notice what thoughts and emotions come up for you. Okay, so feel the pressure you feel in your body because of these thoughts of being less than capable or these limits that you put on yourself. Or how does that feel in your body? And where do you feel it in the body? Now ponder that idea for a few moments and notice your thoughts and emotions that come up for you. Sense what is happening in your body as you focus on these scenarios. So try it for each scenario that you think up of, like, wish my joints were healthier, or and gosh, what do I feel right there? My joints. Things like that, as simple as that. Or maybe that's not so simple to you, but then where do you feel it in your body? I felt it in my joints. Why would I feel something in my joints? Because I sent negative attention to it. And it created tension, because that's not from source. That's that protective personality. It twists with your mind. So sense what is happening to your body as you focus on these scenarios. Do you get locked up in your neck? Feel a surge of energy through your heart? Or feel no power in your legs? Take a minute to explore what's happening inside you energetically and make a mental note of it. Now, to develop a greater sense of self, drop deep into the core of your body, bringing focused presence to the area around the spine, belly, and heart space. Come inside the body. Bring focused presence to the core, the spine, belly, and heart space. Go there. Witness it. Now breathe from there with deep relaxation. In the outer musculature, state to yourself, I am. And as you do so, as you relax, say, I am. And you could think, relaxed. I am relaxed. And when you focus like this, energy shifts into a dramatically different flow. And if you can try that right there while you're laying there thinking something that bugs you about yourself, and then trying to relax that part of the area where you feel it in your body, just witnessing that is huge. Finding it, where are you holding it? Letting it go, and taking a relaxing breath around it, and just say I am. Not a negative description, just the bigness of I am. And relax. And feel an energetic shift. Feel the flow shift there. Notice for a moment what different thoughts and emotions come up for you. Then feel into what is happening energetically with your body. Do you feel a sudden sense of groundedness or a huge expansion in your heart center? Spend some time with this, allowing the mind to perceive all the subtle shifts coming from your core, and take a mental inventory. Now, you're going to blend the two patterns. Breathe the deep flowing energy from the soulful self's core. You could almost even imagine like wispy white energy right there. Thinking of like this beautiful soul living inside of you. And it's basically energy. And so give it the sparklers effect or something to see this energy in you that is a part of you. And breathe deep, flowing energy from the soulful self's core. The core of your core. Through the central channel and into the bound up pattern of the protective personality. Breathe them together. So feeling the physical thing, feeling that energy from the soulful core, and breathe them together. Just like when you were in the blackness and your body was pulsing with the energy of the universe. Breathe them together. That energy from your soul is super healing. It's like the faith healing. It's like, have faith that your soul can actually heal you, and it will. It is very powerful. Connect your body to your own soul at the core of your belly and heart and spine. And breathe them together. The two will become one, and you will generate a new positive energy pattern while dissolving an old pattern associated with limiting thought. The electromagnetic energy will flow in a more integrated, grounded, and unwavering way. You will be able to observe yourself having limiting thoughts throughout your day, while you still feel deeply seated in a place of absolute well-being. It will feel good. A new baseline will set itself regarding your tendency to compare yourself to the outer world, and a new set of circuits will come online for your inner I am guidance. And I can totally vouch for this personally myself. After changing my life, so much of other outside issues that were affecting my body disappeared. Remember, you are a powerful soul in a body for a short time here on earth. So connecting those two isolated energy patterns in this way gives physiological evidence to your subconscious that the coast is clear, that this issue no longer needs to be considered a threat. You're showing the subconscious physiologically that you are feeling more empowered because the body is more relaxed. And when you think about the old topic, this is very powerful. If the subconscious can have the experience of shifting energy, it starts to get the feedback of success. It starts to feel, I can shift from this. I just took this locked up big energy in my throat and shoulders from the protective personality version of this exercise and shifted into my system's true version of empowerment. I also like to think of it as the transmuting energy. We transmute that old bad energy into this good energy, and the way to conquer anything is with love. Love conquers all. So, a really important piece to this is embracing this spirit inside of you, this super powerful spirit. Know that it is there. Know that it is you in your true form. This outside stuff is just like a Halloween costume. And the pure you, the real you inside, this is powerful. So once you've identified how the soulful self feels in the body, you have an active mind can dramatically increase the speed at which you fully embody as it by affirming, using both words and your energetic disposition, that it is who we are. In other words, we can dissolve energy patterns previously associated with limiting thought by affirming that you want through I am and other creative statements while embodying the energy pattern of the soulful self. This is how you stop trying to change yourself and your life in an outside in, upside down, and backward sort of way and begin transforming in the only manner that really works, from the inside out. So then I wanted to move to a different part of the book. And this is from the soulful self. So let's integrate the spirit code and the body awake practices while in Shavasana, the way that you're laying now. And this is some of the work we're going to do while in Shavasana, integrating the spirit and the body. So while performing the posture supine on the floor, become aware of a huge pool of energy 2 feet into the earth beneath you. As the wave of energy moves up through your body, consciously allow it to follow the central channel, rising up through the body as this torus field flow rises in the core. So here you are. That's very cool. Just imagine yourself here laying on the floor and these energy waves going out around you, just as if you were laying in a pool of water. It's actually a pool of energy. And your waves are coming out from it, but they're sort of swirling a little and going around your body and coming back up through the middle of the body and all the way through the top of the head and around. So just feel a current of energy doing that, coming up through the middle of your body, through the top of your head, around the side, top, back, the whole part of your body, like you're the core of an apple and that energy field is going around you and coming up your core. Begin central channel breathing. This is where you breathe from the top of your head down to your perineum, and just a circle shape of breathing around your spine. So going up around the front with your inhale and coming back around and down with an exhale. And inhale up through the front. And exhale around and back and down. Back down to the perineum. Back up to the top. You can actually be engaging Mula Bandha during this to increase the effects. As each body part relaxes, drop more fully into your core and the center of the brain. Allow the mind to release to the place beyond thought. In that thoughtless state, be anchored deep within your system in the pelvic floor. Begin to relax each aspect of the body in an order akin to releasing each muscle with 1,000 tiny straws. Starting with the feet, thinking of 1,000 tiny straws at the bottom of your feet. And like sucking up energy from the bottoms of your feet and working all the way up through your legs and the knees and the whole body. And with the heart, and if you're into bringing up Mula Bandha, you begin to, the very last, to let go. So pulling all the energy up and holding it, but if you relax the energy, hold the Mula Bandha up. That's that root lock at the bottom. Relax the body, keep holding that up, and then let it go. Feel some heavy relaxation happen after that. Let the body release. Stay in that pool of energy that's just so smooth and pulsing and moving energy. And there you are in space, pulsing and moving in energy. Just spend minutes here in this space of deep silence and stillness to allow the soulful self to rise to the surface of your awareness. Can you see your soulful self? Can you see your spirit? Does a vision come to you? When you're ready to transition out of the posture, move from the core first. And we're just bringing a little awareness for the internal. So, a way to keep us with this after we leave would be practicing mindfulness and presence. Just being with yourself in the moment of everything that you are doing. The reason why we are here is to have a conscious experience of what we're doing. And are we living to our soul's full potentiality? Are we doing what we've always wanted to do? Or are we limiting ourselves? Are we being a little bit someone else to please someone else? Could you come from your authentic self all the time and be the same with everyone everywhere you go? Or would you act differently if you met somebody very important? Or if you met somebody who you knew had a lot of money? Or if you met somebody who you knew was a homeless junkie that lived under a bridge? Would you treat them all the same? Would you act the same in front of all of them? Or would you act differently in front of each person? Who would you be the most comfortable to be around? I would probably prefer to be around the homeless junkie myself. So, when the runaway mind is just thinking and thinking and thinking, we are not really here. We're not present. We're coming from an ego state of mind because the ego loves to take you on these little thought stories of self-destruction. And we really want to just keep present so that we don't destroy ourselves with ego thoughts. And a way to just stay really present is to be just open, ready for the next moment to happen with a clean slate, with no prejudged outcomes of comparison or anything. It's just every moment is incredibly precious and unique and made just for you, wherever you are in your life and your spiritual journey right now. So if you're somewhere else, you're not enjoying this present moment that was made just for you. You can't be in the future or the past, or just mindlessly repeating a habitual way of processing information and putting ourselves in certain circumstances because that is what is predicted. or what we are familiar with, we've brought into that prediction. We've predetermined or prematurely arrived at an outcome before life even has a chance to unfold. To change this, we must cultivate a new pattern of thinklessness. So, this is how we're going to practice being very mindful and in a thinkless presence. So as you're waking up in the morning, before you get out of bed, do a central channel scan and notice where the body is activated, or if there is any area that grabs your attention more than others. Squeeze any area that is activated with the internal muscles, or where the energy seems not to be flowing energy. Slowly and gently breathe that area through the central channel, integrating it or transmuting it. Just I'm changing it. I'm shape-shifting it, or like I'm washing the dirty negativity off of it and making it clean and new, fresh and healthy. And refer to the chakras and the aspects of the consciousness that this area of the body and energy system relate to. Like if it's something near your heart center, think about what each chakra, what its job is for your organs, your systems, your relationships. And what the heart chakra is all about is love. So is there an entanglement with love that needs detangled? And notice if it's revealing itself to you in your life and maybe asking you to enhance it. And then we're going to transition into being awake and aware. And we're going to think of any of those parts in our body that would be bound up or tangled or knotted up with emotions behind a pain. And just breathe there and take a breath. God bless you. And squeeze. And think of the core of the body and breathe it out. And you can just do an overall total body relaxing breath, letting it all go. Bless you. And then we'll take another breath up and in, a cleansing one. And when you exhale, you want to whisper a deeply internal sound of Ma. It's like Om, but Ma has a different vibration that is helpful with healing. So we'll take that deep breath in. And slowly, internally and deeply say Ma. See if you feel any revealing expression of the soulful self in this significant moment. Is the soul telling you something, showing itself? Now, once your core has been activated, Begin to move your small muscle groups, the fingers and toes, etc. Remember, you are here to cultivate new circuits from the inside out with the energy codes. This practice enhances those circuits. Very good. So let's become more awake and aware. Wiggle and stretch. Stretch through the whole body, feeling the body stretching. Feeling the breath, where the spirit lives in the breath. And rolling onto your side. And just keeping your eyes closed there on the side because it's so bright out. Thinking of those things that we want to let go of in our body so that there's more room for the soulful self to come from its authentic self and just be that whole person that you are. You are this soul experiencing the body. And if you give it praise and love, it will actually act much better for you. Just to benefit all the way around. And when you're ready, rising up into the sitting position. Say hello to our friends, the flies. I tried to keep them energetically connected to me but I noticed they would fly away. So I'm sorry if they bothered you. And bring our hands together and let's just honor our soulful self. I love that term that Dr. Morter has, and know that that self lives inside you. And we'll bring your thumbs to the heart center and take a breath. And as you feel the breath rise inside, know that that is where the soulful self lives. And just honor it and stay connected to it as much as you can during the day. And know that I honor that space in you. Namaste. I honor that energetic force in you. Namaste. Namaste. Poor Betty.